Last Tuesday at 2:47 a.m. I watched a 23-year-old college dropout in Austin close his laptop, walk to his fridge, and crack open a beer, because he just crossed $3,000 in monthly recurring revenue from a business he built in 41 hours. Not 41 days. Hours. And here's what made me sit up straight: he'd never written a line of code in his life. The tool he used to build it? Free. The marketing strategy that got him his first 100 customers? Also free. The AI model doing 90% of the actual work? Costs him about 6 cents per transaction. I spent the last month tracking down 11 people who've done some version of this exact thing, building small AI-powered businesses in a weekend or less that now generate between $2,000 and $8,000 monthly. And the pattern I found, it broke something I thought I understood about how businesses are supposed to work. Welcome back to Zero Index. What I'm about to walk you through isn't theory, it's a step-by-step breakdown of exactly how these businesses work, what they cost to build, and the specific moves that separate the ones that actually make money from the ones that become expensive hobbies. So here's the thing nobody talks about: we're living through a brief and bizarre moment in economic history. There's a gap right now between what AI can do and what most people realize AI can do. And that gap, that's where the money is. I want to be honest with you about something. This window will close. It always does. Remember when people were making 6 figures dropshipping stuff from AliExpress? Or when you could rank a website on Google by just stuffing keywords into the footer? Those arbitrage windows closed because enough people figured them out. The AI arbitrage window is still wide open, but I'd give it 18 to 24 months before it gets significantly harder. The reason it works right now comes down to simple math. A task that used to require hiring a freelancer for $50 can now be done by an AI for about 3 cents. If you can find a group of people who need that task done regularly, who don't know how to use AI themselves or don't have time to learn, and you charge them $15 a month to do it for them, you've got a business. The college dropout I mentioned? He built a tool that takes podcast episodes and automatically generates show notes, timestamps, social media posts, and email newsletter content. Podcasters were paying virtual assistants $200 to $300 monthly for this exact work. He charges $29 a month. He's printing the difference. And the question nobody's asking is, why isn't everyone doing this already? The answer is simpler than you'd think. Most people are trying to build the wrong thing. They see ChatGPT and think I'll build a chatbot. They see Midjourney and think I'll sell AI art. They're competing directly with the tools themselves, which is insane. It's like trying to open a calculator store in 1985. The businesses that actually work aren't competing with AI tools. They're wrapping AI tools in a specific workflow for a specific audience who has a specific pain point. Let me make this concrete. One of the 11 people I interviewed, a former HR manager named Dana, noticed that small business owners constantly complained about writing job descriptions. It's tedious, it's time-consuming, and bad job descriptions attract bad candidates. She built a simple form: company name, role title, 3 key responsibilities, salary range. Behind that form, GPT-4 generates a polished job description in the company's voice. She charges $14 per listing or $1.99 monthly for unlimited. She launched in a weekend using Typeform, Make.com for automation, and a Stripe payment link. No code. Total startup cost, about $37 for the first month of tool subscriptions. She crossed $3,000 monthly revenue in her 6th week. So what does this mean for you? It means the opportunity isn't in building something technically impressive. It's in finding a group of people with a repetitive, annoying task and removing that task from their lives for less money than they're currently paying in time or frustration. Here's where it gets interesting. I'm going to walk you through the actual process, the same sequence that 8 of these 11 people followed independently. Friday evening you pick your wedge. Saturday you build. Sunday you sell. Friday evening is about one thing: finding a painful, repetitive task that a specific group of people does regularly. The key word is specific. Not businesses, but Etsy sellers who ship internationally. Not content creators, but LinkedIn thought leaders who post daily. Not marketers, but real estate agents who need listing descriptions. You want to be able to name the subreddit, the Facebook group, the Slack community where these people hang out. If you can't name it, you haven't gotten specific enough. Spend 2 hours scrolling those communities. Look for the same complaint showing up over and over. That's your wedge. Saturday is build day, and most people stop here, which is a mistake, because they overcomplicate it. You don't need an app. You don't need a website, not really. You need 3 things: a way to collect input, a way to process it with AI, and a way to deliver output. The simplest version is literally a type form that triggers a Make.com automation that calls the OpenAI API and emails the result back. Total build time if you've never used these tools before. Maybe 4 hours watching YouTube tutorials while you do it. The more ambitious version uses something like Bubble or Software to create a simple dashboard where customers can log in and access their outputs. That adds maybe 6 hours to your weekend. Either works. Sunday is where most people choke. They want to polish the product more. They want to make the landing page perfect. They want to wait until they feel ready. I'm going to tell you what I told my cousin when she was building her AI-powered meal planning tool: ship it ugly. Ship it incomplete. Ship it scared. The best market research in the world is someone handing you their credit card. Here's the specific playbook that worked for 7 of the 11. Find 3 to 5 communities where your target audience hangs out. Not to spam them, but to provide genuine value. Post something useful without pitching anything. A template, a tip, a breakdown of something relevant. In your profile or in a follow-up comment, mention that you built a tool that automates the thing you just helped with. Offer the first 10 people free access in exchange for feedback. This isn't sleazy, this is how software has been validated since the beginning of software. Dana from the job description tool got her first 43 customers entirely from a single Reddit post where she offered to write free job descriptions for anyone who commented. 12 of those people asked if she could do it again next month. She said sure, $29. They said yes. Let me give you the actual numbers because vague promises are worthless. The median startup cost across these 11 businesses was $42, mostly for the first month of automation tools. The median time to first revenue was 9 days. The median time to 3,000 monthly revenue was between 6 and 11 weeks. But here's what separates the ones who made it from the ones who didn't: the successful ones treated the first version as a learning tool, not a final product. They shipped, got feedback, and iterated weekly. The ones who failed spent months perfecting something nobody had asked for yet. The ongoing costs are almost comically low. GPT-4 API calls for most of these use cases run between 1 and 10 cents per transaction. Automation tools like Make.com cost around $9 to $16 monthly at the volumes we're talking about. Payment processing is about 3%. Most of these businesses have profit margins above 80%, which is absurd compared to traditional small business margins that hover around 7 to 10%. And here's the thing nobody talks about: the failure modes are predictable. The first is picking a wedge that sounds good but doesn't have urgency. People will pay to solve problems that cost them time or money right now. They won't pay to solve problems that are merely annoying. The second is undercharging because you feel weird asking for money. If your tool saves someone 3 hours a week, charging $15 a month is a joke. Charge $50. Charge $100. The value gap is enormous. The third failure mode is getting distracted by features instead of distribution. I watched 2 promising tools die because the founders spent 8 weeks adding functionality while having exactly 0 conversations with potential customers. This isn't about becoming a tech entrepreneur or building the next unicorn. It's about recognizing that there's a brief window where ordinary people can capture the value of AI before the big platforms figure out how to do it at scale. The tools are free or nearly free. The knowledge is available. The demand is real. The question isn't whether this opportunity exists, it's whether you'll still be thinking about it 6 months from now while someone else is cashing the checks. If this kind of tactical breakdown is useful to you, subscribe, because I've got more coming. And if you actually build something this weekend, come back and tell me about it in the comments. I read all of them.